So my name is Alexa Luna. I am 18 years old. I currently attend Wilder High School and I am a senior there.
I'm Adelaide Astle. I'm 18 and I am a senior at Melba High School.
My name is Seth Siple. I'm 16 years old and I am a junior at Jefferson Charter School.
My name's Dulce Monter and I'm 17 and I go to Wilder High School and I'm a senior.
As far as the guns in schools, it's definitely a big concern. I think especially going to kind of like a country school, I would say, because I think a lot of people have guns, and so you always wonder how are they going to use those, how are laws maybe going to change, things along those lines.
I feel like we could take the topic a lot more serious because personally in my school we haven't gone over a precaution for guns or like for the mental illnesses or put out our resources for it. So I feel like we could really take that precaution and bring in more classes or take training in school shootings and preventing it.
Guns aren't toys. Guns have consequences and they hurt people. And I think if we were more educated on what the effects are and how these can really affect everyone, I think we'd be better off.
I would take into consideration to the point where no one should have a firearm on school unless that's part of their job, like they're an armed police officer or security. School is a place for learning. It should just be for that. People should come to school because they want to learn, they want to develop, they want to do something with their life, not they want to bring a gun with them to school. There's no legitimate thought behind that.
I feel pretty safe in my school, and locking the doors and having to be buzzed in I felt more safe just because I know that nobody random is going to come in. And since being in a small school, everybody knows each other and everybody knows who comes in and who goes out. And I feel like that just makes our school a lot safer, that we know everybody and who comes in and who comes out.
No, I definitely feel like there should be some extra safety measures taken. I think they do a great job as is. But I think that as schools get bigger, as these shootings unfortunately will probably occur more often and you'll hear about them more often, I think that there's definitely some other extra things that they can do, such as making sure that there's more of a security with the doors and the locks and things along those lines. I think that's a really good place for them to start.
People will change as you go through high school, like puberty, what happens at home, and that you can never know what's happening to someone because you only see them on the outside. You don't know what's going on in the head or what they're thinking about. And so I think the only thing I would worry about would be my peers, but I feel pretty safe, knowing my peers and going to a small school and knowing them well enough to the point I feel safe.
I feel like regardless if they try to make the gun laws any stronger or they just try to change them, I feel like it really wouldn't help. They'll find ways to get them. And so like I said, they shouldn't have to change the gun laws. They should implement more training and they should implement the resources for kids who need the resource, like more counseling and more depression or bullying resources for the kids.
I personally think that we need to address mental illness better. I also think that we need to implement some kind of gun safety course with our students because I believe every student should participate in something like that because it's guns we see every day and they're easily accessible.
I think the only differences and changes I would see would be probably an increase in seriousness, kind of we were talking about how maybe there hasn't been a significant school shooting in Idaho, but this is still a big issue in our country that should be taken seriously and that could be more commonly addressed in our schools.
I think that sometimes adults especially, they get so worked up in about the politics of guns when really you just kind of got to think about these are real people in school and those are real guns that could kill people. So I don't know, to put themselves in our shoes because it's scary. We're the ones there.